Alright folks, just a quick video. Well, something else that came up today, and it's come up before on this channel, and before when I've been in churches, is that my way of sharing can be a bit maybe aggressive, maybe to the point, that maybe I'm not gentle enough. You know, that's been said many times, and as I said before, you know, Father said to me that the reason why I was encouraged to get collies is because basically in the spiritual world I'm like a collie. My job is to listen to the Father, and the Father is now my shepherd, and so therefore when he tells me to take people this way, I say go that way, and if I don't, I nip them. That's my job. Yeah. And the reality is, God is not going to bring someone in to me, basically, for me to share with them if they can't receive from the way I do things. There's no point. God is only going to bring people who could receive in the way I do things. Otherwise, what on earth is the point? If God is bringing people into my path and for me to teach, but they can't receive because they're of a different type. I've mentioned that person who was in charge of the filling station. Now, there's no way, as he is, certainly as I last knew of him, as he was, that I could share with him, Craig McKay. I couldn't. I could not share with him. I could not share what God has given me with that man because he would not be capable of receiving with the way I do things, because I already know from him that he needs it being done very gently over time, softly, and that's not my way. And so therefore I wouldn't try and share with him because there'd be no point. No point at all. Because I know that he wouldn't receive, and there's a lot of people like that, and I know that, yeah, it's not my job to share with them. It's my job to share with people who are going to receive. Yeah, like I was saying to this person today, this person who I'm sharing with, that it's not our job to try and save the tares. Yeah, there are a lot of people in church who are not of God and never will be, and it's not our concern to try and save those people. If God wants those people to come along, then he will bring them along. He will do that. And it's quite interesting actually, because she was talking about the fact of that sometimes either she's noticed people or people have noticed her. Yeah, that when someone is of God, you notice them. Because, yeah, of course, I've been sharing that point with her as well, that people of God will always notice things of God. They will always notice. And so, yeah, people who can't receive from me won't notice from me at all. They won't, because the way I do things will offend them. Right? That's gonna happen, and that's okay, because you're not supposed to receive from me. If you're that way, you're not supposed to receive from me. I'm not the person who's going to be helping you to get from A to B, because, yeah, the way I do things is going to rub up against you rather than be what you need. And so, yeah, I'm not concerned. Not at all. Yeah, my job is to share with the people that God puts in my path. I have no concern or desire or worries about people that are not in my path. And even that, test it. Test it. If it looks as if that relationship with that person may be getting a bit dodgy, then you test it. And testing it may mean that you're a little bit harder during that testing, because you're testing it. And I had that with this person. Doing that. It got to the point where I had to ask the question, do you want to learn alone, or do you want me to help you? Because if you want me to teach you and share with you what God has been given and help you to walk as a son, well, therefore, okay, I will do so. But at the moment, that question was in my mind as to whether that was the case or not, and so therefore it had to be tested. And testing is okay, it's good, it's healthy. Always test. Testing is very important. So do that. Test all things, because of the fact that, as I've said before, unhealthy relationships are not of God. Although sometimes God will leave you in an unhealthy relationship because He's trying to teach you something through that. And again, I've said, other people's issues aren't their issues, they're yours. If you notice other people's issues and you get offended by that, that's not their problem, it's yours. And God is trying to show something in you, not in them. And so, there's a whole lot of learning to be done. That's a certainty, and we're all in that position of needing to learn, and we just need to trust God, those who are trying to teach and those who are trying to learn, that God knows what He's doing, because He does. And that's the point. If you can't trust God that He knows what He's doing, well then, what are you doing? If you're in this point of trying to learn to be a son, then maybe you're not supposed to be a son if you don't trust God. And if you're supposed to be teaching someone, then if you don't trust God, what are you teaching? But, as I say, we're all here learning. Because this person I'm teaching is actually, apart from anyone who listens to these videos, this would be the first person one-to-one that I've actually tried to teach and help to walk as a son. So therefore I'm learning through this process the same as she is. So, but that's what I said, there's a whole lot of learning going on right now. And we're all in the position of having to learn. It doesn't matter how many years you've been with God. Oh, no. There is still so much that we don't know. And, we need to learn to receive. We need to learn how to teach. We need to learn how to share. We need to know when to share, how to share, who to share with, and exactly what to share with those people. Because we don't know what they need. Only Father knows. So we need to learn. We need to learn to be led in all areas, because we need to learn to be led naturally. So it's just a pure flow that as we're walking, Father is leading us and guiding us, and so we don't even need to go to Him to ask what we should be doing, because we're trusting in Him and He's leading us anyway. Right now, are we there? No. It's exactly like the one I said earlier about trying to play tennis after 28 years not playing. We're seized up, and we have to learn to do things in a different way. And so it's a process, and we need to trust the process and trust that if God wants this to happen, then He's in charge of that process. So let's trust Him. So there you go. Indeed. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Be a blessing. Be blessed. Bye bye.